Hey there, everybody. It's going to be a little bit of a colder next few days for all of us as we move on into the weekend, and we have some snow to talk about as well. We have a little bit of sunshine, though, on our Thursday, and the sunshine is going to continue for a good part of the afternoon. We'll have a little mix of some high clouds that are going to be moving on in here. And actually, we had a little cold front that moved through here earlier this morning. That's why it's a little chilly out there. And I say chilly because temperatures are in the 30s and maybe some lower 40s here throughout the afternoon. The big weather story, though, is twofold. First, it's going to be the really cold air that's coming from the Arctic, and a secondary cold front across the upper Midwest. That's going to move through here later tonight throughout the day on Friday. A large area of cold high pressure is sitting up to our north, and that's going to sponsor temperatures that are going to be extremely cold. We're talking about several degrees below zero across parts of the upper Midwest. And all of this colder air is going to slowly slide south. You can see that by tomorrow, a lot of these pinks and some of these whites, that would represent air that is extremely cold. So we're talking like single digit highs. That's all going to be able to move all the way south. In fact, as far south as parts of Texas and Oklahoma, parts of Arkansas. And so this whole region has cold weather advisories and cold weather warnings in place. And for us, that just means that wind chills are going to be extremely low. So we're talking about feels like temperatures somewhere between -10 and -15 as we move on into the day on Friday, Saturday, and then also into Sunday as well. In fact, it's not going to take a lot of time for your exposed skin to actually freeze because of how cold it will be. And some of that colder air is really going to be felt here on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So if you're out and about, make sure your skin is covered and you really limit your exposure to those really cold temperatures that we have. So that's story number one. Story number two is going to be with some snowfall. And I think a lot of Friday is going to be just kind of dry. It's going to be cold tomorrow, but we'll have a lot of clouds around, but no precipitation. You can see that by tomorrow evening, we're back into the single digits. And so temperatures really aren't going to move a whole lot on Friday. Now, as we get into Friday night and Saturday, we have a little bit of snow that's going to work on in here from a completely different weather system. But look at temperatures. Saturday morning, we're only into the single digits. Temperatures do not move at all, but the snow keeps moving through. And some of that snow could be a little heavy as we get into late Saturday into early Sunday morning. And by Sunday morning, that snow should kind of run out, and we're left with somewhere between, let's say, 3 to 5, maybe 6 inches of snow across a good chunk of central Missouri. The heaviest snow, though, stays well off to our west and southwest, where Springfield could pick up around 9 or 10 inches of snow. Northeast Oklahoma, a lot of snow as well. Winter storm warnings are already in place, and this is a large storm system. It's going to be a very historic winter storm impacting places all the way from Arizona, parts of New Mexico, all the way through Texas, back on up into parts of New England. And that's another part of the storm system is going to be with the ice. There's going to be some significant ice that's going to happen, not for us, but well off to the south across parts of Texas, back on into Oklahoma. There's parts of Arkansas that's going to pick up to about an inch of ice. So again, thankfully, that's not our problem, but it is a problem for other folks, and that'll be making the headlines for sure as we move on into late weekend and early next week. We will not be here all weekend though, but you can stay up to date with any one of these three TV stations around Central Missouri, Channel 13, Channel 17, Channel 8, and they will keep you updated on all of the severe winter weather that's moving into central Missouri. Here's a look at the next 7 days. The winter weather doesn't stick around in terms of precipitation into next week, but it will be here on Saturday and Sunday. Sunny skies return for Monday and Tuesday, with temperatures slowly getting back close to 30 degrees. And then another cold front comes through on Wednesday and drops us back into the 20s.